Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Thursday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Glenora Shipura. In the news tonight, the Namibia Statistics Agency will conduct the population and housing census and will be making use of privately owned 4x4 double cab and SUV vehicles from residents from their respective constituencies. I spoke to Julius Namola, Administration and Logistics Manager at the agency. Let's take a look. Now, I understand that this year, or this time around, there's different methods that the NSA is using to obtain the data needed. I understand that there's going to be use of transport services in which the agency will be making use of privately owned 4x4 double cab and SUV vehicles for the census. Can you please update us on this process?
Yes, the NSA have taken a deliberate decision to source the transportation services, not vehicle or rental services, but transportation services. What does that mean? It means that we are not going to, as an agency, we are not going to rent vehicles, but we are going to rent transportation services. And we are deliberately sourcing these vehicles from the private citizens. Those who have vehicles that meet our specification, we are going to source those ones. And also interestingly is that the vehicles will be sourced directly from the constituencies, where the census is going to take place, or the field activities is going to take place. So why are we doing this? For there are a number of reasons. And we are informed by the previous experience that we have. For example, in 2011, we as a country, we have to source some of these vehicles from the neighboring South Africa. And because of the quantity of vehicles that are normally required for this undertaking of this magnitude. And therefore, because we need the number is quite huge, we are of the view that not necessarily all the companies in the country have the number of vehicles that we are looking for. So therefore, to source these vehicles, you either source from the public, from individuals, or you source them from outside the country, or from the neighboring countries, particularly South Africa. Considering the economic situation in the country that is facing our people, we have the view that we want to split the cake also within our communities, and then our people also participate in this national undertaking and also get some benefit out of it.
Definitely. So if I happen to own a 4x4 bakkie, I can register and I send, I can take part in the census in that way. Can you tell us a little bit about the registration process?
Yeah, it's just a point of correction there, or clarity. It's not just any 4x4.
Oh.
It should be a 4x4 double cab.
A 4x4 double cab?
All SOV double cab.
Okay.
I mean, it's SOV 4x4.
Oh,
so
okay,
it must be a 4x4.
Okay, I understand.
You can have a 4x4,
so
but
a 4x4 double cab or a
Yes.
SUV double cab.
Yes.
Got that. We'll implore all Namibians that meet the requirements to make use of this opportunity. Moving on, Namibians from all walks of life dressed in national colors this morning joined a march supporting the National Symbols campaign in Swakopmund. The campaign aims to enhance patriotism by educating Namibians about the importance of the national symbols. Peya Mushelenga, Minister of Information and Communication Technology, said at the launch that the campaign aims to reinforce, promote, and educate the public on the correct use of the national symbols and observation of the applicable standard protocols thereof. Furthermore, the campaign will enhance national identity, patriotism, and pride among Namibians. The campaign comes after the custodian of the Nationhood and National Pride Program, the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, observed a lack of adherence and respect towards the observance of correct protocols and etiquettes particularly when it comes to the signing of the national anthem and hoisting of the national flag, which is the foundation of our national identity. He added that all Namibians should treat the national flag and anthem with utmost respect and dignity. He said that through the campaign, the government aims to promote adherence to protocols and educate citizens, especially young people, on the importance. Doing so will foster a greater sense of national pride and strengthen our identity as Namibians. To enhance public education efforts for this initiative, the Information Ministry, in collaboration with stakeholders, has produced information, education, and communication materials in various formats for print and electronic media, which will be translated into local languages for easy access and comprehension. The ministry plans to roll out this campaign through outreach activities in all 14 regions. While Namibia only sold 57 of the 170 elephants it offered for sale in 2020, the Environment Ministry says that the sale of live elephants is still one of the measures to reduce or mitigate human-elephant conflict. Eli Hamuniela, the Director of Scientific Services within the Environment Ministry, made this statement in a recent presentation. Hamuniela said that in December 2020, the ministry advertised to sell 170 live elephants. This was in response to the drought and the increase in the animals' numbers coupled with incidents of human-elephant conflict. These elephants are from the Omasheshe area, the Kamanyap commercial farming area, the Grootfontein Kavango cattle ranch area, and the Grootfontein Sumkwe area. However, the ministry only managed to sell 57 elephants, raising 5.9 million Namibian dollars. The Environment Ministry aimed to generate at least 13 million Namibian dollars from the sale. She said that while the government made some income from the sale, they also received criticism, even though they did everything by the book. She said the ministry did not violate any national or international legislation. Of the 57 elephants that were sold, 37 were captured, of which 22 were exported to 2 zoos in the United Emirates. 15 of the elephants remained in Namibia and were captured from Omasheshe in the Erongo region, Hamuniela said. These elephants have already been supplied to the Nankuse Foundation Wildlife Sanctuary as a successful bidder. She said that the other 20 elephants which were bought for export purposes have not been exported yet. According to the spokesperson of the Environment Ministry, Romeo Muyunda, agreements in this regard are yet to be signed. The Swakopmund State Hospital is the beneficiary of an endoscopy machine donated by Debmari Namibia. The handover took place earlier today at the hospital. Now receiving the handover on behalf of the hospital, Minister of Health and Social Services Kalombi Shangula expressed his appreciation towards Debmari Namibia, saying that the equipment will strengthen the provision of surgical care by making it possible to provide reliable and timely diagnostic and interventional endoscopic procedures for patients. He added that it will significantly improve health outcomes. Shankula said that the endoscopy equipment will also be used in the training of approximately 40 medical interns at Swakopmund District Hospital. Speaking at the handover, Debmari Namibia Chief Executive Officer Willie Martens said his company's goal is to help address socio-economic challenges and to make positive impact. He added that Debmari believes that a healthy nation is a prosperous nation. Now, the equipment, which is a machine to look inside one's body, consists of a long, thin tube with a small camera inside called an endoscope, which is passed into one's body through a natural opening, such as your mouth. It costs around 1.2 million Namibian dollars. Now, in our next story, dairy and poultry are among the livestock products that are to be covered in amendments to the Meat Industry Act. At the same time, it is proposed that the Meat Board of Namibia, which is the statutory institution established by the Act and is empowered to regulate the affairs of the meat industry, change its name to the Livestock and Livestock Products Board of Namibia. According to Agriculture Minister Carl Schleitwein, the Meat Industry Act makes provision for the control of certain livestock and livestock products, namely cattle, sheep, goats, and pigs, and meat derived therefrom. He said the experts gained by the Meat Board to manage these industries led to a review of this particular act to include other commodities such as dairy and poultry as well. Now, Slightwan said that Namibia is a net importer of food in general and poultry, dairy and pork in particular, adding that the growth of these sectors in terms of production volume is critical for reducing import reliance, which is heavily influenced by animal disease control measures internationally and future import inflation risk. The growth of local industry competitiveness is a prerequisite for long-term industrial sustainability and will ensure the maximization of consumer demand needs without obtaining cheaper products elsewhere. The minister said that the growth of these agricultural industries, all intensive industries with high employment creation potential, are crucial for import substitution, food self-sufficiency, and food security, as well as adding value to locally produced raw material. He added that reliance on imports not only presents a food security risk, but also has associated economic and financial risk like import inflation, exchange control, and balance of payment risk. The inclusion of dairy and dairy-related products and poultry-related products will greatly assist local producers since the two subsectors are on the brink of collapse as many producers are going out of production due to imports into Namibia. In our Story of the Day segment, Minister of Home Affairs says transnational crime threatens the safety of citizens across SADC. We get into this story on the other side of the break.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Getting into our story of the day, watch as the Minister of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security, Albert Kawana, delivers his keynote address at the 28th Annual General Meeting of SADC's Chiefs of Police Subcommittee /SARPCCO of the Interstate Defense and Security Committee that took place in Swakopmund earlier today.
I wish to take this opportunity to welcome our special guests to Namibia and at the same time express my deepest appreciation to all of you police chiefs present here today in the coastal town of Swakopmund for your unwavering dedication and relentless efforts in ensuring safety, security and stability of our region. Your leadership and commitment serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration for the general populace of SADC. To many of us, and without any doubt, SAPCO is an epitome of the power of solidarity. Since its establishment in 1995, SAPCO has made remarkable achievements, which we are very proud of, as these have transformed the policing arena, not only in Southern Africa, but even beyond. Today, you stand tall as you continue to collectively seek to combat transnational organized crime and make our region a fortress of safety and security. It is in this regard that you stood firm to make sure the citizens of SADC are protected. And for this, I thank you very much. Let us continue to play our role to make SADC a beacon of hope, peace, and stability on the African continent. Director of Ceremonies, as we reflect and celebrate our achievements, let me also remind you that a lot needs to be done. We still face many challenges. It has already been stated by previous speakers. Transnational organized criminal syndicates continue to threaten the safety and security of our citizens across the region. Cases of human trafficking, illicit financial flows, cash heists, drug trafficking, and cybercrime, to mention but a few, are threatening peace and security in our region.
Economic growth slows in the first quarter. We get into this story in our economic news segment after the break. The Namibian economy in real terms posted growth of 5% during the first quarter of 2023, which is slow when compared to the 7.3% posted in the corresponding quarter of 2022, according to the Namibia Statistics Agency. Looking at the value, the real gross domestic product was estimated at 36.8 billion Namibian dollars during the first quarter of 2023, compared to 34.9 billion Namibian dollars recorded in the corresponding quarter of 2022. Let's take a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.32, against the euro at 20.07, against the US dollar 18.32, and 2 Namibian dollars and 55 cents gets you 1 Chinese yuan. Only copper went up and all the other commodities went down, trading at 0.51%. Brent crude oil went down 3.86%, trading at $74.13 per barrel. In the international news, a new Romanian gas project is expected to bring $22 billion in state revenue. We get into this story on the other side of the break. Getting into our international news, Southeastern Europe's integrated energy company OMV Petrom and Romgaz, Romania's producer and main supplier of natural gas, has made a final investment decision for a giant deepwater natural gas project in the Black Sea, which is considered to be not only Romania's first deepwater project, but also the largest natural gas project in the Romanian area of the Black Sea. OMV Petroleum disclosed that it had approved, together with Romgaz, the development plan for the Domino and Pelican South commercial natural gas fields in the Neptune Deep Block offshore Romania. This will be submitted to the National Agency for Mineral Resources for endorsement, while OMV Petrom is the operator with a 50% interest in the project. Romgaz is the firm's partner in this project and holds the remaining 50%. The two players intend to invest up to 4 billion euros, or almost $4.4 billion for the development phase of the project, to be spent mostly during 2024 to 2026, which will enable about 100 BCM of natural gas to be brought outstream, turning Romania into what OMV Petrom deems to be the largest gas producer in the EU and a net natural gas exporter.
We are opening a new game-changing chapter for the Romanian energy sector by announcing the final investment decision for the Neptune Deep project. Together with our partner Romgaz, we are starting the development phase of the first and largest deepwater offshore project in Romania. The project will contribute to Romania's economic growth and will strengthen the country's energy security. To give an example of the project's size, the estimated gas production is approximately 30 times the annual current demand of around 4.3 million households. The expected revenue of the Romanian state will be around 20 billion euro over the life of the project.
We'll be getting into the weather predictions shortly. Let's take a look at our weather predictions for tomorrow. The northern region expects maximum temperatures range from 27 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius, with minimum temperatures ranging from 8 degrees Celsius to 13 degrees Celsius. Now, clear conditions throughout the day with moderate to strong winds are also expected. In the central region, maximum temperatures are ranging from 23 degrees Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius, with minimum temperatures ranging from 9 degrees Celsius to 13 degrees Celsius. Clear conditions throughout the day with moderate to strong winds are also expected. Now, in the southern regions, maximum temperatures range from 25 degrees Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius, with minimum temperatures ranging from 10 degrees Celsius to 13 degrees Celsius. Now, clear conditions throughout the day with moderate to strong winds are also expected. Coastal regions expecting maximum temperatures ranging from 16 degrees Celsius to 22 degrees Celsius, with minimum temperatures ranging from 12 degrees to 14 degrees. Clear conditions throughout the day with light to moderate winds are expected. We'll be getting into the sports news shortly. Let's take a look at our sports news courtesy of Sports Rep.
Good evening and welcome to your Sun City News Sports section. I am Ashwin Mbedi. Nedbank Namibia today announced the return of its premier mass participation event, the 2023 Nedbank City Dash, which promises to be an unparalleled experience for runners and the community alike. Scheduled for 10 September in the heart of Windhoek, this momentous gathering signifies the joy of interaction, the renewal of communal bonds, and shared experiences after the challenging silence of the COVID-19 pandemic. Kunene Region Veteran Football Administrator Bola Nangombe says the results recorded in the Oneuptwo 3rd Division over the weekend were one of the strangest things he has witnessed in the country. This was after Oneuptwo Young Rangers massacred Epupa Zebra Stars 58-0 in a 3rd Division playoff match in the Kunene region. Eddie Tomolo, a member of the league management and coach of Oneuptwo Young Rangers, however, confirmed the authenticity of the match results. He explained that the opposing team only used young players due to the absence of senior members. Leg 5 of the Namibian National Motocross Championship Series will be hotly contested in 10 classes this coming Saturday at the Galina MX Park near Brakwater on the northern outskirts of Windhoek. The defending 2022 Open Class champion Don Ray Botha will not race due to work commitments. Botha currently leads with 81 points, 10 points ahead of CG Park, first place as King of the Dirt, followed by Uwe Sternago in 3rd position. That's it from the sports section. Have a good night.
We'll now be getting into our highlights shortly.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
To another exciting episode of Oneuptwo. Is die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis heel moontlik kan byt.
You're watching Sunset News. Let's get into the news highlights from today's broadcast. The Swakopmund State Hospital is a beneficiary of an endoscopy machine donated by Debmarine Namibia. The handover took place at the hospital this morning. Karate athlete Suzelle Pronk left Namibia yesterday to present Namibia in the Karate Senior Ladies Kata Division at the African Beach Games. The competition takes place from the 22nd to the 31st of June in Hammamet, Tunisia. Only 2 Namibian athletes are taking part in the African Beach Games. The other Namibian athlete who has qualified for the tournament is Namibia's open water swimmer Philip Seidler, who will be participating in the 5-kilometer open water swim and take part for the games today. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneuptwo.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Glenora Shipura, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.